IELTS reading. Reading is supposed to be the toughest module and students are usually worried about reading. So now stop worrying and start doing. Okay, I'll be with you and step by step I'm going to tell you how to get good bench score in reading module. So are you ready to start? Okay. All the worries, all the problems about reading, give them to me and I'm going to give you back the solution, and that solution is going to be in the form of tips and techniques to excel in IELTS reading module. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to guide you being a coach. I'm calling myself IELTS coach. Being a coach, I'm going to be with you in the playground. Coaches are with the players in the playground, so you are the players. I am the coach. I'm gonna tell you what to do, how to do, and how you can find the answers, how to read the questions, and once you're going to follow my guidelines, IELTS is going to be easier for you. Are you ready? Okay, well done. So I am your IELTS coach, Asad Yaqub, and you're going to be the players. Let's take a start. Well, what I'm going to do the practice tests and you have to follow all the steps with me, how to read the questions, how to understand the questions, how to select the clue words, then how to go back to the passage and scan the passage, and then through skimming, through reading, how to find the answers. All these things we are going to do together. So let's take a start. The first question type which we are going to do, that is list of headings. Now remember, whenever there is the question type which is called list of headings, do not waste your time by going through all the headings. Remember one thing, some headings are extra. So if you start to read headings first and underline the clue words in the headings, you have chosen to waste your time. Don't do that. Instead of that, go through the paragraph in the passage, and then after skimming the paragraph, you can come back and you can see which heading is suitable for that. So we've got this question type. I'm following this book and I will show you all these things in this video. We got the question type. Reading passage 1 has 5 sections, A to E. So in this passage there are 5 sections, A, B, C, D, E, and these 5 sections are basically 5 paragraphs, and you got to select a heading for that. Now there is one example and that is done. If in list of headings one question, one example is done, then what you need to do, the heading related to that, please cross it first so that it should not waste your time and you should not consider that very heading. I hope you understand what I mean. If one heading is already used in example, so you need to cross that heading from the list of headings so that you have less options, and remember there will be more headings than the paragraphs actually. Section B, we got to read and we got to understand what it is about, and then we can come back and see which heading is appropriate. It's written, the impact of unfettered population growth is clear for all to see. Now in this very paragraph they are going to talk about the impact of population. They use the word in the beginning, you can see that there. The impact of unfettered population growth is clear for all to see. Now you need to, you can go on and you can read further, you can skim, but very quickly, don't read all the paragraph, don't read all the paragraph, every word, every line. Now just read somewhere in the middle. Are they just talking about the impact? If they are, then you can come back to the list of headings and there you can decide which heading is appropriate for that. Now please follow the list of headings. Number 1, how the problem of land scarcity. Now you need to read quickly. If in the beginning the first 2-3 words tell you that this is not going to be an appropriate heading, don't read it on. Okay, if the first 2-3 words tell you no, this is not the appropriate heading, then read ahead, read the next heading. Various predictions about future. No. The effects of population growth on land availability. Effects, and there they use the word impact. right? And the rest of the sentence, like growth on land availability, if you read the passage on, you can find that as well. Now, did you notice from the first sentence, I gathered this information and I understood which heading is going to be appropriate, but this will not happen every time. Sometimes the first sentence will give you the clue, sometimes the last sentence of the paragraph will give you the clue, sometimes in the middle there is going to be the clue. Let's go ahead. Now we are going to read paragraph C. Alright, in paragraph C, we've got the most common practice for the utilization of expensive space for living. Now, they have started the topic and they're going to talk about the utilization of expensive space. Now, if the space is expensive, how to utilize that? Like, sometimes people make basements, first floor, second floor, and up to 100 floors and all that. So that's what they're talking about. The most common practice, you can follow your paragraph, for the utilization of expensive space for living and working has been to build upwards, hence the demand for ever higher buildings, both apartments and commercial in major cities and all that. So now they're going to explain this very thing. Let's go back and see if there is any heading that matches with that. Okay, number 1. How the problem of land scarcity has been overcome in the past. Now, see that in the beginning, the paragraph says the most common practice for the utilization of expensive space for living and working. If you read on, they will tell us about the past of that as well. That is why for section C, the appropriate heading is the first one, how the problem of land scarcity has been overcome in the past. Do you understand? Okay, all right, let's go ahead. Next is section D. Now I'm showing you section D and we read this together. But where will the human race go? Now, where will the human race go? They're going to tell us about the future. When planet Earth is full. Now this time, if the planet Earth is overpopulated, where will the people go? In the whole paragraph, they are going to tell us the other solutions. Maybe some of the human being will be shifted to the other planets. They're going to talk about that. So read again. But where will the human race go when planet Earth is full? There have been many theories put forward about the human population and all that. Now let's go back to the list of headings. Here we have various predictions about future solutions to a lack of space. This is going to be appropriate heading, right? They're saying various predictions about future solution. Now, although I did not read all the passage, but when I read the first 2 lines, immediately I made up my mind that they're going to talk about future. They're going to give us some predictions and all that stuff. So for section D, question number 3, the correct answer is 2. Is it clear? List of headings is a problem, I can understand that, but maybe this test is quite easier. There can be complicated tests as well, I agree with that, but the methodology is going to be same. If the first 2-3 lines don't tell you anything, then you can read the middle lines or the last lines, but you need to actually skim the paragraph before you come to the list of headings. Let's read the next one. Section E. Habitation in outer space in huge stations is no longer just a dream. Now in this paragraph, they are going to tell us to live on the other planets is no more a dream. In the beginning, living on the other planets was a dream, but now they say living on the other planets is actually not a dream. They talk about that, but a reality. So it means this whole passage is going to be about living on the other planets. Now let's go back to list of headings and we see the first, how the problem, it's taken. Second, various predictions, it's taken. Third, the effect of population growth on land availability, it's already taken. Number 4 is the importance of the new British Library. No, it's not about that. And 5th is an expanding population. Well, it's not going to be the right option. 6th is a description of a mega city. No, they don't tell us about the mega city. And 7, a firm belief that human habitation of outer space will occur. Okay, it's so simple, so simple. Maybe this test is very easy, okay, but the tips are going to be the same. So option number 7 will be selected for question number 4, section E. Did you understand that all? Okay, fantastic. If you really like this video, please